Hello, grade 3s and 4s. Salvete discipuli, and you say salve magistra. And today in our video we're looking at Latin plurals, and that's for the first declension nouns for the nominative and accusative case. Remember, nominative is your subject and accusative is your object. So, let's first say our motto together. Discamus et vivamus ad gloriam Dei. Let us learn and let us live to the glory of God. And then from Comenius, who wrote this over 400 years ago, he said, Si principium difficile, medium erit facile, and finis iocundus. If the beginning is hard, the middle will be easy, and the end pleasant. And I keep putting this here because as we learn new work, you might find it difficult in the beginning. It is hard, but as you practice and as you get more and more familiar with vocabulary and the concepts, it becomes easier until in the end it is really pleasant to do your Latin. So, we're going to translate, and as we start with our plural, we're going to start with familiar sentences in the singular. So this is all vocabulary and sentence structures that you've encountered. We have puella liberat columbam, and that quite simply is the girl frees the dove. And in the plural, that would be puellae liberant columbas. Okay, many girls, two or more, are liberating, they liberate the doves. Okay, so you'll see that all three words have changed in the sentence. The puellae, that A receives an E, and the pronunciation changes to I, puellae. And columbam is now columbas, one dove, many doves, columbam, columbas. And liberant, the verb, has changed to the third person plural. So let's go through our conjugation, and that'll help you. Libero, liberas, liberat, liberamus, liberatus, liberant. She is freeing the dove, they free the doves. Alright, so puellae liberant columbas, the girls free the doves. You can see the same things happen in the English sentence. For the plural, girls changes from girl to girls, from dove to doves, and the verb form also changes. For the singular, the girl frees. In the plural, the girls free the dove. So you'll see the same thing happens in English, but because it's the language that we have grown up hearing, it doesn't sound strange to us, we do it automatically. But as you practice with Latin, it becomes automatic too, I promise you. So let's look at our next sentence. Columba amat silvam. Let's translate that. The dove loves the forest. Okay, what would that look like in plural? Can you guess? Columbae amant silvas. The doves love forests. Let's do our next one. Nauta navigat undam. The sailor sails the wave. That's not strictly grammatical, but let's just go with it for now. What do you think that would look like for the plural? If you look at the previous two sentences here, it'll help you. Nauta becomes nautai, navigat becomes navigant, and undam becomes undas. The sailors sail the waves. And finally, we have capra amat herbam. The goat loves the plant. And over here, we have caprae amant herbas. The goats love plants. And I just want to chat a little bit more about this. So there we can see there's nothing surprising, just as the plural has been very regularly formed over here. It's girls, doves, sailors, goats, doves, forests, waves, plants. You'll see it's exactly the same here with the Latin. Puellae, columbae, nautai, caprae. And the object case is columbas, silvas, undas, herbas. And it stays the same for all first declension nouns. So, let's translate some more. We're now going to look at sentence. Remember that in Latin, the sentence can be written with any kind of word order. And it is the form of the noun that lets you know which is the nominative or the subject and which is the accusative. That's the object. And so over here I've reversed the word order for us just to show that it's really helpful to know your noun endings, because in the singular and the plural, because then you continue to know who is doing what to who or what in the sentence. So if you look at here, capram spectat agricola, and I've put the accusative case in italics for you, and I've underlined the nominative case. The subject is underlined, the object is put in italics. So let's go. I want you to have a guess at what you think this says. The farmer looks at the goat. That's right. And let's see the next one. Kazan parat domina. Don't get tricked by the word order. Look at the case endings. The lady prepares the house. Let's have another look. Teram occupat regina. Is that lands seizing the queen? No. Or the land seizing the queen? No. That is the queen. She seizes the land. And finally here we have selam portabat sarwa. And you should first just suddenly notice, that looks a bit different over there. Is that a present or is that a continuous past? Is it a praesense? Those are all praesense. Look, looks at, prepares, seizes. This is an imperfectum. We did that in our last video. So let's just conjugate that together. Portabam, portabas, portabat, portabamus, portabatus, portabant. And that is the servant was carrying the seat. It's your past continuous. Now we're going to move on to our plural and see. Capras spectant agricolae. And that is, the farmers look at the goats. So you see, there's your object, there's your subject in the plural. Casas parant dominae. Ladies prepare the houses. Terras occupant reginae. The queens seize the lands. And over here, celas portabant servae. Look at that that vowel, the verb there again, and it's got a different form. It's got that B, the BA in it. Remember, that got inserted. Portabant. So the servants were carrying the seats. Let me move myself up here. There we go. The servants were carrying the seats. And now I'm just going to put those all in one place for you. Oh, firstly, there's a heart from me to you to say well done and keep going. Right. First declension nouns. And here's our singular column. And here's our plural column. I'm just going to put just the nouns down for you outside of sentences so that you can see and start to remember the forms of the singular and the plural. So this is our nominative. That's the subject. Agricola. Do you think you can guess before I click it what the plural would be? Agricolae. Say it with me. Domina. Guess it before. Dominae. Regina. Reginae. Serva. Servae. And now for our accusative case, that's if it is the object in the sentence. It is going to be agricolam, agricolas, many farmers. Dominam, one lady. Dominas, many ladies. Reginam, one queen. Reginas, many queens. Sarvam, sarvas. And that's as far as we're going today. You have an exercise sheet to do that this video will help you with. And I'm going to say, valete discipuli, which means be brave, be strong, goodbye students. And you say, vale magistra. Well done.